Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Club 2, Part 1 of Journey to the Top here with Middlesbrough FC. Well, just a couple days have passed. I've gotten more familiar with the squad, and we're getting ready to play our game against Brentford in the Sky Bet Championship after we skipped all of League 1 in the second half of League 2. If we just take a look at the championship table, the expectation is... I gotta hit this tab. Expectation is mid-table. We're lower mid-table currently. I'd like to secure top half. There's 24 teams, so 12th or above. And Brentford is currently sitting 13th. They're definitely the sort of team that we should be beating if we want to secure ourselves a mid-table, top half finish. And they're only 2 points ahead of us, so a win here would see us rise pretty significantly up the league. Everybody's played the same amount of games, so there's no games in hand. But let's take a look at the promises that I secured. Britt Assombalonga is no longer the vice captain. We replaced him with Tom McIntyre. He just had better determination, leadership, and teamwork than Assombalonga, and Assombalonga is on the list, is on the transfer list, and probably won't be here too much longer. So it's good to just go ahead and supplant him as vice captain, just so he doesn't. If he starts kicking up a fuss, it's not too much, even though he is considered a team leader. Nobody supports me quite yet, but yeah, the promises. Let's go back to the promises. I promised that we would play youth players when I met the team, and we're going to try to do that. And then, of course, for Steve Gibson, we need to have an acceptable locker room atmosphere and competition performances, which I think we're pretty close to being able to do. And so this is the team that we are going to be putting out there to face Brentford. We're going to be sticking with this 4-2-3-1 wide, although I am going to set this 4-3-3 wide as our primary tactic, just because it's a little bit more attacking minded. But yeah, this is the team we're going to put out. We're going to be starting Mark Gillespie in goal. The assistant manager wants us to put in Alfie Whiteman, but Alfie Whiteman is objectively not as good as Gillespie, even though he's on the transfer list and wanted by some other teams. We're going to see if we can try to keep him around. Out in left back, we're going to be putting Max Lowe. Just looks like a good option out on the left. Palmer Brown is going to be starting right there on the left side of defense. Fosu Mensah going to be starting on the right side of defense, though he's comfortable playing anywhere, so we'll be using him wherever we need to. And that means we're going to be giving the start to Jed Spence. Yep, all right. In midfield, we're going to be putting Sam Morsey as our ball-winning midfielder. Joe Powell is going to be moving back to midfield. He's played a lot of games at attacking midfield, but he doesn't play too well with Dreyer. So ahead of Dreyer, we're going to be putting Charlie McCann. Actually, let's change Morsey from a ball-winning midfielder to a deep-lying playmaker. I like playing with one of them. Out on the wings, we're going to be putting Stevie Madavidi. He is the top goal scorer for our club in this competition, and we're going to be having him out on the left. Out on the right, we're going to be putting Josh Sims, just one of our best left-footed wingers. And then up top, we're going to be putting in Darren Dreyer, who probably does have his future out on the left side, but for right now, he's going to be sitting up front. We've got a couple of promising youngsters in the pipeline, including this Simon Riley, who spent some time at U20 level for England, and for his coach report, they think he could be a Premier League goalkeeper in the future, so he's one to look out for. Probably will get some game time once our league position is secure, just to see what our future is going to be like. But this is the team that we're going to be putting out to Brentford. I'm going to click through and get into the match so we can go ahead and start this game. Yeah, there's a number of players who are being dropped with the change in management, but let's get into the dressing room. Let's pump our fists and tell them to show me what they can do, and tell them I have faith. Like, I already got some people looking professional, but now we're getting some motivation, and getting our striker motivated is definitely something we want to do. And looks like we're going to be in our red uniforms today, so let's keep that as a mental note. And when I'm not playing on camera, I turn off the sounds, but I'll turn it on for you guys as we get this game underway. And right away, Brentford's got a corner. yeah, right away Brentford has a goal. So it's all to play for as of right now. Let's just put it on attacking. Maybe change Dreyer to an advanced forward. Already changing the formation as we go, as we're losing in the first 2 minutes of the game. But to be fair, we have a better XG. They just were very clinical with the one chance they had. I may go to the middle of the half and switch Madavadi and Dreyer just to see how they play in those other roles. McCann also not playing super well in the attacking midfield. But as we see, another attack from Brentford gets closed out, and the ball is moving in the correct direction. So the ball gets out wide to Madavadi, who looks to use his left peg and just hits it straight into the keeper's legs. He wasn't able to cut it inside because of the onrushing defenders, but we get to see our first corner of the game. Powell puts in a cross once Dreyer can't find him, and I forgot to set up my corner instructions. Oh no. Well, I'll do that after this game. We'll be fine after this one. And Sims really is lucky he didn't get called for a foul there, as Morsi just puts it out of bounds and says, yeah, no. Come on, everybody. Get your heads in the game. Spence and Palmer Brown are both looking anxious. That's never good to see, but Gillespie is looking motivated. So, yeah, let's just drop some encouragement on the team. Let's get some green faces up. Ooh, little hiccup in the game. Looks like things are continuing to move as Spence gets across, finds Sims over to Morsi. Morsi puts in a cross, wanting to find Lowe, finds Lowe, takes a shot, and he's a wing back. But it was a good effort. It was just narrowly wide, and we are winning on the XG front, so we hopefully should see the ball start going into the net before too long. I am going to just give it a little pause and swap over Dreyer and Madavadi just to get the goal scorer up top, see if that makes a difference for our team. As we see Brentford just kicking it around our players, nobody really looking like they're paying attention except for Fosu Mensah, who is able to get a header onto it, gets it out just a little bit, but not as far as a Middlesbrough player. And Gillespie grabs the ball, kicks it really far, really forward. And, Dreyer wasn't able to get on the end of that one, but we see the ball is moving around. Somewhat disappointingly, we haven't been able to close them down as our left back is drawn into the most out of position I've ever seen somebody who started in a normal course of play. Oh. And we're down 2-0. Let's make a quick little change. Let's move over into this position. We're going to move Morsi back like this. We're going to put McCann as the box-to-box and Powell as a Mazzala on attack. We'll have Sims and Dreyer attacking. Madavadi is playing as that pressing forward. And we'll just hope that this formation gives us a little bit more help to the defense. Yeah, we don't need to see that again. But, at the very least, it's getting us a highlight that we're starting with the ball. So that's good, as we see Spence going down and just surrender the ball. Very disappointingly. Mensah says, absolutely not, it's our possession. And Powell has the ball, kicks it up to Dreyer, over to McCann, back to Dreyer, wants to thread through Madavadi, can't quite get there, but Spence is able to collect the clearance, gets it back into play, and our midfielders are passing it pretty decently together. And playing it back to our defenders at the moment. But he wants to get it forward, finds McCann, who gets it up to Dreyer. Dreyer back to McCann, over the top, wants Powell. Finds Powell, 7th goal of the season, as he rocketed straight into the sound machine in my computer and broke the sound for a moment. Let's watch it. This is just an excellent passing display from our team. Look at that. Powell, perfectly timed, uses his left peg straight past the keeper. That's the sort of thing we want to be seeing from our team. A little bit of fight is always nice to see. As I say that, straight from kickoff, Gillespie is tried as, Palmer Brown gets outrun. And, yep, he's looking anxious. He's showing it. But, yeah, Powell looks to be the only one on a good average rating at the moment. Or I guess not average rating, a good rating at the moment. But look, 3-tier stadium. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice to be playing in these bigger ones. Let's put our hands on our hips and tell them that I don't think they played as well, but there's much more to come to you, and I believe in you. All this faith, all this belief. Please don't let us down. Please don't let us down. Let's move into a slightly more attacking formation. See if that can make a difference for us in this game, as it looks like we're running out of steam. Let's go ahead and pause it before our typical 66-minute. Dreyer is playing particularly poorly. Let's bring on Asamblonga, just because he is one of the better players in the team. We'll give him a chance to put that on display for a little bit longer, and then we'll probably look to bring in somebody in midfield because they're looking particularly tired at the moment. Probably in for McCann, because even though maybe for Morsi. Morsi had a little drop in morale at that moment. But Morsi is the captain, and I don't know, I'm justifying keeping him on. Asamblonga is anxious. We haven't had a single highlight. Let's see what we can do to make a change. Sims also not playing well. We'll bring on Wilf Bolton, a 17-year-old striker. Looks like he's got something about him. We'll put him on as a winger on attack, just see if he can make a difference on the right side of the field. Probably going to bring on O'Hora so Mensah can go out wide for Spence, and bring on O'Hora in that part of the defense. And we'll hope that those changes will be enough for us, as we are still losing. Let's demand more from the team. Morsi feeling pretty good that he is still on the pitch. Don't expect that to remain the case if he can't pick up his performances. But yeah, we're really going to need to increase, be more expressive, work the ball in the box. Come on, guys. Let's not get off to a losing start. Though, we're going to get off to a losing start. Let's make one more change. Let's switch these two over. Have Asamblonga play as maybe a roundouter. We're getting real fancy here. Inverted winger. Let's see what that can do for the last few minutes of this game. Anything? At all. A highlight. Mensah gets the ball up to Powell, up to Asamblonga playing as the roundouter. Gets tackled, but Mensah's in a crossing position, gets the ball forward, can't find a Middlesbrough player, but Lowe is able to get on the end of the clearance, gets it up to McCann, who plays it back to Lowe, but very poorly, barely able to keep it in. Gets it back to McCann because of the poor pass, who tries again and is able to find Lowe in space. Gets the ball in, wants Mandivati. Can't find him. Morsi is able to recycle the possession, gets the ball up, wants Asamblonga, who was offside, but was able to score. So, got the ball in the net, but he was clearly offside. I mean, all three of our players were offside. I mean, we can watch this. Yeah, clearly offside. Morsi should have done better to see that they were not in a position to score, but nonetheless, it gives us a little bit of a moral victory, moral tie. Yeah, I think moral tie is the best way to describe it. I'm going to tell them it was just one of those days. We'll get the defense squared away, and I think we're going to move to the 4-3-3 wide for the next few games. But let's hit continue and look at our schedule, see when our next game is going to be. I think we'll show you next this Coventry game, also another game that we're going to be wanting to win, and I also want to show you this Leeds Derby game. They're sitting second in the championship, but this Coventry game is going to be who will play in tomorrow's episode. So I want to thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed that and are excited for our new adventures in Middlesbrough, I want you to leave a like, drop a comment if you'd like to name one of our youth intake players. And if we'll just look at our dev center, looks like we've got a good young Portuguese right winger who should be of some quality. And subscribe if you'd like to continue to join us on our journey to the top.